National Online Workshop on Knowledge Discovery in Computer Application. Let's begin the session. I request Mr. S. Gokulakrishnan sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to deliver a welcome speech.
Good afternoon to everyone present here for National Online Workshop. It is my pleasure to deliver welcome address. First and foremost, my heartily welcome our Swamiji, Chief Patron and Chairman of our college. On his blessings and guidance, our college is a very unique to pursue the students to advance in frontline of knowledge for betterment of humankind with purposeful life. Welcome, Swamiji. Next, I would like to welcome our Secretary, Sir Captain Rajiv Kumar Rajendran, who like to mold every student to become responsible citizen and to provide quality education at higher level to them. Welcome, sir. It is my pleasure to welcome our principal who infuse knowledge, shape characters, and promote the students to complete and meet the challenge of the competitive world. Welcome, sir. I would like to take this opportunity to warm welcome to our chief guest, Dr. S. Anita, Madam, Assistant Professor, PG, Department of Computer Science, DG Vaishnav College, Chennai, on topic recent trend in wireless communication. Welcome, ma'am. I extend my welcome to HOD of Department of Computer Applications and HODs of various department faculty members who made this web workshop to be success. Finally, I'll welcome the participants who are all joining with us through online and make the workshop successfully. Once again, a warm welcome to all for the last day of workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's our great honor to introduce our resource person, Dr. S. Anita, is working as Assistant Professor in PG Department of Computer Science in DG Vaishnav College, Chennai. She has 12 years of teaching experience. She holds a PhD degree in Computer Science from Bardiyar University. She secured University 8th rank in her master degree from Bharathasan University, Trichy in 2005. She also published a number of research articles indexed in Scopus and SCI, such as IEEE and IJET, and also in various journals. Her specialization is big data analytics, data mining, wireless networks, and many others. We are very happy to have her in today's section. Ma'am, you can start the session, ma'am.
Okay, let's get started. Today's agenda is, my topic is recent trends in wireless communication. So today's agenda is history of mobile data network, ecosystems of mobile industry, evaluation of 5G communication, motivation towards 6G, 6G technology and innovation, 6G major technologies, and 6G real-time use cases, top research areas in 6G. So these are all discussed today. So before we enter the wireless communication, we should know exact what is wireless communication. The wireless communication is a transferring of information between two or more points which are not physically connected. There are numerous transmissions mediums like a radio wave, microwave, infrared, GPS, Bluetooth, is utilized to exchange of information by means of voice, content, video, and two-dimensional barcodes. So wireless technology plays an important role in the communication. New forms of it will become a central to emerging technologies like robotics, drones, self-driving vehicles like autonomous cars, and new medical devices like healthcare 4.0 and industry 4.0 over the next 5 years. So just like a communication without wires, it's fully based on electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves carry a signal through atmospheric space, use radio frequency like RFID waves, and which ranges from 3 kilohertz to 300 gigahertz, or infrared, which ranges from 3 terahertz to 430 terahertz. See, now we are going to see the history of wireless network. So in 1G, so before the 1G, the 0G, that is without any generation, that's the beginning of mobile networks. The invention of cellular network is possible in 1947. So this is a cell-based communication. The earth surfaces are separated as a circle cells. So this cells so we are placed this cell communications. This is launched by the Bell Laboratories. This is the agreement cover sheet of technical memoranda of Bell Laboratories. See, he is the person called Martin Cooper. He is a genius person. He invents the first cell phone of first generation in 1973. This is launched by AT&T company. Actually, in 2G, 2G is a cellular network. He is the person of the Finland Prime Minister. He made a first GSM call in 1991. He commercially launched this GSM standard in Finland. So this is the Nokia 3310 GSM mobile. GSM means Global System for Mobile Communication. And this 3310 mobile is the strongest mobile in the world. I would say this is the strongest mobile compared than any other mobiles. This is launched in second generation. So this is now we are seeing a comprehensive view of 1G from 5G. See some of the features of 1G, 2G, 3G, and 4G. So we are all undergo this 4 generations without 5G and 6G. So in 1G, there are analog cellulars. Analog cellulars are used in 1G. The mobile telephony and frequency division multiple access are used. The voice is only in the range of analog, and the fax is a technique which are used in this 1G. It is appeared late 1970s and deployed in 1980s. It's fully based on analog techniques. The frequency division multiple access is used. The data rate is less than 10 kbps. Here I noted 2 kbps for 1G. In 2G, it's fully a digital network. A CDMA, code division multiple access, is used in this used for spectrum sharing, and the GSM is implemented in 2G. This unexpected application is SMS, that is short message services, and digital voices. See, in 3G, we are using web, and we are using WAP, wireless application protocol. This is also the CDMA multiplexing, and packet switching is newly launched in this 3G mobile communication. We are having broadband in 3G communications. It is faster than the 2G. Then Apple iPhone are introduced in this 3G evaluation. Simultaneously, we can transmit the voice and data into 2G, 3G evaluation. And in 4G, we are having highly integrated bandwidth, high-speed wireless networks, and mobile WiMAX technology, long-term evaluation LTE standards. So these are all all the features are used in 4G. See, the dynamic information access variable devices are the main services of 4G, and all pocket circuit switching is used. Circuit and pocket switching is also introduced in 4G. So main application of the 4G is web application. We are using the web application in the phone itself. So Facebook, Twitter, at YouTube, all the social networks are incorporated in the 4G services only. In India, the Bharat Airtel has launched India's first 4G services using LTE technology. In Kolkata, I think it is 2012. So in 5G, the 5G that is going to implement in 2020, it is less than one, that is, it's greater than 1 gigabits. The 4G, all the features of 4G is incorporated in 5G, with additionally it has net. Then the IoT, Industrial Internet of Thing, is the main feature, main application of 5G, and all the packet switching are enabled in 5G. But unexpected applications are still, it is a question mark. We can't able to predict this is the expected applications in 5G because this is not launched nowadays. See, the 5G, we are outperforming the RAN technology. That is, RAN technology means it's a radio access network, that is called radio access network, the software enabled millisecond spectrum sharing and dual mode 5G core, this AI, artificial intelligence, enhanced services, and dynamic orchestration. So all these features are implemented in 5G. In 6G, we can say that terahertz, that we cannot say the gigahertz, we can say only in terahertz. This 6G is going to apply to 2030. So the 5G features are all implemented in 6G, with additionally the satellite features are also implemented in 6G technologies. The applications is only, I think it is artificial intelligence is ruled over the future, is going to rule over the future though. So 6G technologies are fully based on artificial intelligence. The unexpected application is still a question mark. So in India, we cannot say that the exact 4G services all provided, because this is slightly touched with 3G and 2G. If you are in indoor, definitely I can say that the network has gone. If you go outside, definitely the network will be coming. This is the status of 4G now in India, I'm telling. So to avoid the network latency problem in 4G, we need to find the discover the power of 5G, that is fifth generation network technology. The 5G is the future, that is called a next generation radio, or new radio will be introduced in the time of 5G. So what is 5G technology? The 5G technology refers to the fifth generation technology, which is started in 2020. It provides up to 25 Mbps connectivity speed. It supports a virtual private network. The speed of uploading and downloading the file is very high. Imagine that it's just, I want to say one example, that if you want to download a movie from Netflix, it will take 10 to 15 minutes in 4G. Suppose if you want to download the same film from the Netflix, it will take only 3 seconds in 5G. But in 6G, imagine that you can download 3 films at a time in 3 seconds in 6G. So that consumes a low battery and strong bandwidth up to 40 megahertz. It is cheap in rate and can be used by multi-user. The 5G is complete wireless communication with no limitations. The 5G new radio technique, the 5G technique has been designed based on new architecture, which features a new air interface called a 5G new radio, that is called 5G NR. The 5G NR represents a new air interface and air access network, that is called a RAN, that developed to meet varied requirements of 5G use cases such as high bandwidth, low latency, energy efficiency, etc. See, I want to say some of the key features of 5G new radio includes the radio spectrum, orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Actually, the radio spectrum is the radio analog waves which are spread across the a wide range of frequency band. The orthogonal frequency division multiplexing means it is a 5G new radio will be used for OFDM. Actually, it's orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. It carries a multiple carrier frequency. It carries the communication. It is a communication technology that carries on multiple carrier frequencies. The beam forming is another technology, that is the 5G new radio will support a new use of beam forming to achieve the higher throughput, because the beam forming is the laser beams which are transmit as a signals. So this figure is a representation of architecture of 5G technology. That is, the cloud systems and the Internet of Things is a main application server, and these are all this are all provides every services to their user equipments. User equipments means it may be the thing that are used by the user are called the user equipments. So it's fully based on IoT, that is Internet of Things. The router and SDN controller are connected with the cloud systems. The SDN controller is nothing but it is a software defined network controller. The SAE gateways and MME are the routers. So these are the routers that are enabled with that are combined with the base stations. See, these are the base stations E and B. E and B is nothing but it is uh, evolved evolved node base stations. That is, B means it is a base station. So base station is nothing but the antenna are called simply base stations. So number of antennas are connected in 5G. So the 4G in India, we have a limited number of base stations. Base station means it's a simply antenna. So limited number of antenna. So that is why we have a latency problem and a network problem. So once we and once we add more antennas in the uh, that is 100 every 100 meter we have to place antennas in 5G, that is better for coverage. Uh, so E and B, the number of E and Bs are connected with the SAE gateways. So it provides and it cap services to all user equipments. So there are two architectural routes for migrating from 4G to 5G. Already we are in 4G. We have a number of base stations. The 4G providers are of India are Vodafone, Airtel, BSNL, and all. So these are the Geo. Sorry, I forget Geo and all. So this four are major service providers of 4G. So they are planning to add their features to 5G. So in India, the 5G is not implemented. Still now in world around the world, only two countries are implementing the 5G. They are Korea and US. These two countries are implementing now a 5G, and other two some of the two countries are talking and fighting together, that is China and Finland. This China and Finland are talking about 5G, and they are fighting about the 5G. So according to 5G, they are only under the research and development for the two countries like China and Finland. The two architectural routers are the non-standalone architecture and the standalone architecture. In non-standalone architecture, the 5G new radio features are used in conjunction with the 4G networks. So already we have 4G networks. We add the 5G NR features with it. This is a non-standalone architecture. This is allow a 5G based radio technology to be used with the existing 4G network and represents a faster route towards commercial deployment of 5G. This is a one way. So we can add the 5G in another way, that is called a standalone architecture. The full 5G deployment and is obviously a slower route towards a commercial deployment. Here, the 5G NR is connected directly to the 5G core network. In the 5G systems is made of UE and user equipment. UE is nothing but it is a user equipment. If you are using car, that is called a user equipment. If you are on the light, switch on the light or fan, whatever you have in your home as appliances, that are called a user equipment. And 5G NR and 5G-C. So you can made a user equipment 5G NR and 5G-C. 5G-C means it's a 5G core. So the new generation 5G, GNR means it's a generation node R. R means it's a radio technology that connect to each other via the XN interface, whereas a new radio to radio access network, that is a radio generation radio access network, connect to the 5G core via the 5G interface. So these are the two architectural routes of configure the 5G. Then carrier aggregation is one of the important feature of 5G that is used to extend the coverage and increase the capacity of the service provider. That is the technique applied at a physical layer of 5G NR. It is powered by innovative advanced RAN coordination to allow full deployment flexibility and uncompromised user throughputs also. The 5G requires the use of different frequency in different band. That is why we need frequency division duplex and the time division duplex. There are TDD and FDD band with the this dual core. These are the standalone NR coverage baseline. See, these are the non-standard NR coverage baseline. The UL data means it's the upper link data and down. So in the non-standalone, we have only the upper link data. In a standalone mode, we don't have any advanced data. That is 45% of radio access networks only coordinate this. So we can add our carrier aggregation upper link and downlink control, that is in the 7 dB router. So in upper link data, we are used only 9 dB router. So this is the way we can implement our carrier aggregation for improve the coverage and network access of the 5G technology. See, this is the driverless car. The 5G networks would increase the capacity for more driverless car on the roads. We should add artificial intelligence. See the figure, the person is not driving the car. It is an autonomous car. He is also going the road by the car, and also viewing the person who is enter into his home. So these are all applicable only by the Internet of Things and the industrial Internet of Things. So some of the key technologies of 5G, I want to explore it, that 8 key technologies of 5G. That is a large scale antenna. The massive MIMO is considered to be one of the key technology of 5G. MIMO is nothing but multiple input and multiple outputs. Multiple input and multiple outputs that is used to convert a parallel lines. If you want to give the input means it's a data or voice. It may be anything that the input are recognized by the MIMO, and it is converted as a parallel lines to reach their wireless antenna. That is considered to be one of the key technology of 5G. It is only a wireless technology that can be increased the system capacity and tenfold and 100 times space, time domain, frequency domain, and polarized domain, then compare than the 4G. Because the 4G doesn't have a MIMO technology, in 5G only we have. The new multiple access technology, it is a mode of enhanced mobile broadband, that is EMBBB, shortly called as enhanced mobile broadband. Scenario should be based on the orthogonal multiple access mode, and non-orthogonal multiple access technology is limited to uplink scenario of MMTZ. This multiple access technology of MBB will be more likely to adapt discrete Fourier transform to that is FDMA and DMA. FDMA means frequency division multiple access. See, the high band communication needs to be uniformly defined, and new multi-carrier technology is also enabled through Internet of Things and Industry 4.0. Then advanced coding, the 4G doesn't have any advanced coding and modulation technique. In 5G, we have advanced coding and modulation technique like LDPC, that is low density parity check codes coding scheme. The uplink control channel of the EMBB scenario adapts the polar coding scheme. The downlink control channel of the EMBB scenario tends to adapt the polar coding scheme, because these are the advanced coding and modulation schemes. The full duplex technology is also used to transmit and receive signals in the same frequency band at the same time. The ultra dense networking, that is heterogeneous networking technology, can enable the terminal to capture more spectrum in some area, and the distance from each transmitting node is closer, because every antennas are close to each other in 5G. Even 100 kilometers we have 100 meters we have antennas in 5G, because it reaches the high throughput. The networking key technology, with the gradual maturity of technology such as software defined networking and network function visualization. So these are the technologies are incorporated by 5G. So the wireless software-defined networking and network function virtualization. So these are the features which are provided by 5G device-to-device communication. That is Industry 4.0 is very good technology which is used to provide the services to device communication. For example, let me say the person who is in who is working in a US, he can handle the machines in India without touching each other because a number of kilometers away he is doing everything and he is servicing for India. So this device to device and man to device communication are also possible in 5G. Then radio access technology, ultra densification, and big data mobile and cloud computing is also implemented in 5G. Massive MIMO. I told you earlier that massive MIMO is a multiple input and multiple output. What kind of input you have given as an input? These are all separated as multiple lines, multiple parallel lines. So these are all implemented in 5G technology. Then millimeter wave and terahertz band. The millimeter waves means now the human brain is affected by 4G and 3G technology, but in 5G there is no harmful for human brain because of millimeter wave. We are talking about in 5G we are talking you can say the gigahertz band. This is not applicable in 5G, and 6G also we are having terahertz band. So no network coverage latency problem will be arises, packet leverage issues not arises. The mix of AI is handle everything, that computational intelligence, that is more people in one place are having a different type, a different kind of network, maybe a Airtel, Vodafone, BSNL, etc. We cannot face so due to the latency problem we are facing this network packet leverage problem. So in 5G we won't have any packet leverage problem, latency problem and all, because we used to add more antennas in that. The millimeter waves are not harmful with 5G. The 5G based implementation, wireless software defined networking is also possible through Internet of Technology. So now the 5G terminologies are just listed. Then we enter into the 6G communication technology. The 6G communication technology is the sixth generation communication technology. It is a revolutionary technology that will create many technology and applications. Furthermore, it will truly says it is AI driven, that is artificial intelligence driven, and carry on intelligence space, and it will enable internet of everything, that is which will also impact many technology and applications. It provide high quality of services and high quality of experiences. A world at most 8,000 times faster than 5G. So, with the combination of Internet of experiences and Internet of that is high quality of experiences and high quality of services, the 6G communication technology, a number of applications will be exploited in coming future. So now we should ready for a 6G. Definitely artificial intelligence will be a main driver of mobile technology, and that 6G will be enable force behind an entirely new generation of applications of machine intelligence. How can 6G perform a better way that could approach a 1 terabit per second? So we can talk about the bandwidth of 6G by 1 terahertz. There is no possibilities for gigahertz. In terabits, we don't have any latency problem. Artificial intelligence and machine learning methods will initially inject themselves to existing standard process. Obviously, you can improve video compression from deep learning and certain communications with wireless by deep learning and existing standard process starting to adapt this. This is happens only every 20 to 30 years in computing. We are at the beginning of new era, and quantum computing is fundamentally changing research. What is 6G? What can we look forward? 6G is a conceptual wireless network. It is in mobile communication technology. The 6G network will be fully connected world with the terrestrial, wireless, and satellite communication integrated. By integrating the satellite communication into 6G mobile communication to achieve seamless global coverage, network signal can reach any remote village. In addition, with the global satellite positioning system, telecommunication satellite systems, Earth image satellite system, and 6G ground network. The full coverage of ground and air can also help human predict the weather and quickly respond to natural disaster. The 6G communication technology is no longer a breakthrough in simple network capacity and transmission rate. It will use spatial multiplexing technology, and 6G base stations will be able to access hundreds or even thousands of wireless connections at the same time. I think the base stations are removed in the during the 6G period, and it is capacity will reach 1,000 times that of 5G base stations. It is also to narrow the digital divide and achieve the ultimate goal of the interconnecting everything. The internet of everything will be possible in 6G. That is in the internet of nano things, internet of medical things, internet of industrial things, that is industrial internet of things, that are all possible technologies in 6G. So what are the technologies or mainly talk in the period of 6G is the 6G mobile communication technology will build on that already established for 5G. Huawei is the main launch. It decided to launch a 6G because Huawei as a main research plan to moderate the 6G technology. The millimeter wave technology, massive MIMO technology, and dense network technology are the three main technology of 6G. What is millimeter wave technology is using the frequencies much higher in the frequency spectrum opens up more spectrum and also provides the possibility of having much a wide channel bandwidth. That is then with few data speed and bandwidth required for 6G, the millimeter wave technology will be further developed, possibly extended into a terahertz region of spectrum. Definitely the millimeter wave are not harmful for the human bodies. It is a body sensitive communication. Massive MIMO means although the MIMO is being used in many applications from LTE. LTE means it's a long term evolution to Wi-Fi, and the number of antennas are fairly limited. Using microwave frequency opens up the possibilities of using many tens of antennas on a single equipment becomes a real possibility because of the antenna sizes, spacing in terms of wavelength. A dense network, it reducing a dense network is used to reducing the size of cells, provides a much more overall effective use of the available spectrum. The techniques to ensure that small cells into the macro network and deployed as a femtocells can operate satisfactorily or required. Then current 6G development projects in the world. So some of the companies are fighting and talking about a 6G that are all that are Finland and China are in the race condition because they are planning and undergoing 6G projects in research and development. Already the Korea and US started working for 6G. Uh, the South Korea Electronics and Telecommunication Research Institute, as might be expected, the South Korea is well ahead, and this institute is conducting research on terahertz band technology for 6G. They are hoping to make a 6G 100 times faster than 4G LTE and 5 times faster than 5G techniques. Then the Ministry of Industry and Information Technology, MIIT, China, they told China investing a large amounts into technology. They are keen to gain a lead in 6G. Accordingly, MIIT is directly investing and monitoring the research and development process, because if you want to do the project of autonomous cars, you need 4,000 MBBS of data. That is 4,000 gigahertz So in 4G we need 4000 megahertz, and in 5G we need 8000 gigahertz, because so 8000 megahertz, because it is a high equipped uh, development project. And University of Oulu, Finland says the university has started a 6G research initiative known as 6 Genesis. The project is expected to run for at least 8 years, and it will develop ideas that will be suitable for 6G technology almost 2040. The USA initiatives, that is, it's planning to open the 6G frequency spectrum. It's already working, and at frequency between 95 gigahertz and 3 terahertz for early research and development. Although this will require approval from the Federal Communications Commission's FCCC for frequencies over 95 gigahertz to 3 terahertz. So this is the overall contribution of every generation's network, and the 6G definitely it will contribute to fill the gap between beyond 2020 social and business demands, and what 5G can support. See, the massive broadband and Internet of Things are implemented in 5G. In 6G, definitely we have a fully digital and connected world. The machine to machine communication, man to man communication, the edge and fog computing. With the use of edge and fog computing, we can do the machine to machine communication, that are all possible by disruptive technologies. The disruptive technology is nothing but, for example, the disruptive communication technology is the visible light communication. Visible light communication means we can see the light emits by the laser beams. So this is a frequency band between. So this is possible by 430 gigahertz and 770 terahertz only. Uh, these are all the 6G technological and innovation ideas. So the disaggregation and visualization is also possible. Energy efficiency and artificial intelligence is also used in this. Uh, See, the Internet of Space Things. See, in this, the Internet of Drones, Internet of Space Things, and the satellite can take each and every process, that are all implemented in 6G. So the potential key technology of 6G, the communication technologies on new spectrum, that including terahertz communication, visible light communication, and fundamental technologies that are all included. The fundamental technologies are already there in 5G. This is also included in 6G. They are space theory, new channel coding technology, and large scale antenna and flexible spectrum usage. Uh, so some of the space, air, ground, sea integrated communication is also possible by 6G. Wireless tactile network. The wireless tactile network is it's a new technology that is used for Industry 4.0. So some of the related technologies of 6G are uh, uh, displaying here. To realize the 6G, what are the technologies will be needed? So the terahertz technology will be so foremost technology. In 6G, the densification of 6G networks will reach an precedented level. That is, by then our surroundings will be full of small base stations. Just you imagine that the terahertz band refers to 100 gigahertz to 10 terahertz, which is a frequency band much higher than 5G. From the communication 1G to 4G, the frequency of wireless electromagnetic waves we use is increasing nowadays. This involves a coverage of base stations, that is transmissions, base stations antennas, that is a transmission distance of base station signals, the frequency of the 6G in already in a terahertz level. This frequency is close to spectrum of molecular rotation energy level, and it is easily absorbed by the water molecules in air. So the distance travel in the space is not as far as the 5G signal. So 6G needs more base stations to relay their signals. The frequency band used by 5G is higher than 4G. So without considering other facts, the coverage of 5G base stations is naturally smaller than 4G. So with the higher frequency band of 6G, the coverage of base stations will be smaller. Therefore, the density of 5G base stations is much higher than that of 4G. In 6G era, the density of base stations will not increase. So the future of a wireless network, five descriptive technologies shaping our future. The five most descriptive technologies, which are artificial intelligence, blockchain technology. See, the blockchain technologies are giving the security for all your mobile devices. 3D printing. This is some of the holographic telepresence are also possible by 3D printing, virtual and augmented reality, then Internet of Things. So we can explore the 6G for 2030 research perspective. The future 6G version with the four keywords which are mainly used to model the 6G, that are intelligent connectivity, deep connectivity, and holographic connectivity and ubiquitous connectivity. Then the intelligence connectivity means it's fully a mix of AI, that are distributed computing, uh, wireless connectivity, and top research areas of AI, artificial intelligence. The deep connectivity is fully based on deep learning. The holographic connectivity is based on the 3D images and graphics, which are included in that. The ubiquitous connectivity is we can connect or we can communicate anywhere, anyone with anyhow. That is ubiquitous connectivity is a it is one of the communication technology that is mainly used in 6G technology. Then the technical requirements and challenges to realize the 6G version are analyzed, including peak throughput. So to increase the output, we should higher energy efficiency and connection everywhere and anytime. That is, we can say the ubiquitous connectivity, that is the connection everywhere and anytime. So new theories and technologies will be adopted, and self-aggregation communities like a fabric and non-technical challenges. So if you want to do the research in 6G, we can use AI in artificial intelligence and deep learning methods. So explore 6G for 2030. So we should have a platform, artificial intelligence, a mix of AI or deep learning, fidelity learning, hybrid learning, and cognitive intelligence. We should learn these four things. Definitely, we should have a clear idea about uh, 6G technology. And also we need to study on wireless connectivity, distributed computing, devices and circuit technology, and internet services and Internet of Things to lead a new growth. So we need to study Internet of Things also. This is the 6G. 6G is a sensor technology. We have more sensors and communication is very less in 2041, not in 2031, because it's going to implement in 2040, I think. So the 6G real-time use cases are massive scale communication, virtual reality, e-health. E-healths are possible by Internet of Health things, that is uh, tactile internet, high speed mobility, and industry 4.0. In industry 4.0 is a new technology for machine to machine communication, that is manufacturing and increasing the manufacturing productivity, and also it's used to increasing the higher bandwidth. Man to machine communication and machine to man communication are also possible in industry 4.0. Smart cities. Smart cities, we have autonomous cars, and every autonomous homes are also practically implemented, and we have smart cities, smart bathrooms, smart bedrooms, like that. The holographic telepresence. Holographic means it's only based on 3D images. That is, once we have 3D images in uh, artificial intelligence, uh, we can create it robotics and other advanced technologies with the help of holographic telepresences. Then autonomous driving is also possible in 6G. So I want to show you some tools for networking. The NS2, we are all familiar with the NS2. This is the open source simulator. Now I want to say about NS3. This is the open source simulator that was launched in June 2020. 8. The latest version is NS3 3.2.1 that is released in August 2014. Then MATLAB 2020 is also one of the tool for networking. It's the best tool. And NetSim Qualnet network simulator for a networking process. See, there is no open source tool for 5G and 6G because they are in the research and development process. So if you want to see some websites, you can go ahead with the gamebit.com because it provides a mimic simulator, and all the IoT simulators are all displaying in gamebit.com. This gamebit.com is actually it is a protocol stack. You can view every simulators in this website. Some of the websites are asking institutional email ID, but it is not free of cost. If you want to download this, you can go for institutional email ID with the free of cost for 1 month trial basis. Uh, and networkworld.com is the best website to view every information about the networks and new network trends and technologies. Hackersnews.com. The hackersnews.com is a best hacking. If you want to hack someone information or someone iPhone, you can use the hackersnews.com. It's giving a new trends and technology about the hacking. Then if you want to see the new trends and ebooks, PDF drive, you can go for ebooks.com and pdfdrive.com. The TechCrunch is the best website which I suggest you, that you can find every technological news in the TechCrunch. If you want a coding also, you can download the TechCrunch. The digital trends and towards the data science are the best websites for learning data science. Okay, now we are in the end of the session. What comes after that will hopefully be an endless set of software driven upgrades, but we will have to wait and see. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You have given most valuable information regarding 5G and 6G technologies. And thank you once again for your outstanding presentation, ma'am. To conclude this session, I request Mr. S. Manikandan, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, to present a vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, one and all, gathered and attend the 5th and final day workshop on recent trends in wireless communication. It's my great honor and immense pleasure to express my gratitude to our Chief Patron Swamiji, Chairman of our college. His divine thoughts guided all of us to a path of virtue. Then, I would like to thank our Secretary Sir for his support and guidance. He is a very young and energetic person. Next, I would like to thank our Principal Sir for his dedicated service and support. He always thinks about the development of our institution. Then, I am glad to thank our Chief Guest, Dr. S. Anita, Assistant Professor in DG Vaishnava College, Chennai, for his interesting and engaging session. Really, it was an awesome and useful session, ma'am. We are all inspired by your great presentation about wireless communication, especially about 5G and 6G technology. Next, I would like to thank HODs and other faculty members for their cooperation and support. Finally, I would like to thank our participants for their patient listening and active participation. Once again, I thank you all.
Sir, thank you, sir. And thank you for participating so effectively and for showing interest in attending our 5 days national online workshop. I also thank Dr. T. Velmurugan, sir, Associate Professor, PG Department of Computer Science, Head Department of Computer Application from DG Vaishnav College. He joined us today. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, on and all.
Thank
I
you,
also thank our department faculties, Department of Computer Science and Computer Application for making this workshop a grand success. Thank you, on and all.